flyers were hateful and completely unacceptable, full stop.
A New Haven neighborhood quickly reacts after discovering hateful flyers in the city. Thanks for joining us on Eyewitness News at 6. I'm Erin Connolly.
And I'm Mark Zinni. The flyers targeted immigrants, telling them to get out, and they were found on a number of streets. Matt McFarland is your reporter right now covering New Haven County. He is live in the East Rock section of the Elm City with more details tonight. Matt.
Hi there, Mark and Aaron. Well, the flyers are small. Here's one of them right there, and it has the message, "Nobody wants you here." And, you know, as soon as they saw these flyers, many of the neighbors came out and got rid of them.
I saw these tiny little flyers all over the ground.
This East Rock neighbor, who asked we not identify her, was walking her dog Wednesday morning when she came across dozens of these flyers with that hateful message.
Took a second look, and yeah, I guess my first reaction was, you know, I don't want to see this in my neighborhood. I don't want someone to find this and think people actually think like this.
The flyers, about the size of business cards, were scattered on a handful of streets. It comes just days after President Donald Trump announced he'd be stepping up his immigration enforcement with the words "deportation now" and a phone number for the Immigration and Custom Enforcement's tip line.
I don't mean to downplay the hate part of this. It's very hateful, but it's dumb. Some coward wandering around East Rock, throwing out flyers. It's just ridiculous.
The reverse side, a message in 10 different languages telling New Haven's immigrant community to get out, adding nobody wants you here.
In these moments, hate is going to be thrown in our direction as a community, and I think the question becomes, how do we respond as a community? And I think neighbors really stepped up in East Rock.
Alder Caroline Tamby Smith, who represents the neighborhood, tells us a public works crew and neighbors quickly cleaned up most of it.
One high school student who lives in the neighborhood who picked up 30 on his own, and I feel just tremendously proud of that response, saying no to that hate and taking it upon themselves to take action with love and with welcome.
And in the process, bringing a community together.
I know my neighbors. I know my roommates, my housemates. Some of them aren't, U.S. citizens, and I guess my first thought was I do not want them to think this is a majority opinion, because it's not. We don't believe in that in East Rock.
Now, as you can see, there are still a few left behind in the snow. Police are aware, but the mayor points out, while hate speech, he says it's also free speech, adding that it would only rise to a level of a criminal investigation if there are threats of physical violence. Your reporter live in New Haven, Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.